But first, we head to China, where the world's biggest movement of people is getting underway. Hundreds of millions are on the move, crisscrossing the country to get home for Chinese New Year. But the celebrations come in the wake of the so-called zero COVID policy being abruptly abandoned, resulting in a sudden spike in infections. We reported last week how urban Shanghai is struggling as cases cause chaos in major hospitals. Tonight, the fears for more rural locations like Sichuan in Gansu province. There, locals are bracing for an influx of infected visitors, with even basic painkiller supplies already running low, as our Asia editor Debbie Edward discovered.
At this time of year, with temperatures rarely above zero, it can look quite bleak in rural Gansu. This was one of the hardest hit provinces in China when the government ditched its zero COVID restrictions. It is estimated more than 90% of the population here was infected by the beginning of January. And it is small towns and villages like this that are being warned about a second wave triggered by Chinese New Year. Millions will journey from cities to the countryside to celebrate with their families. Dr. Liu told us she isn't equipped to handle another outbreak. She has no paracetamol left and very little ibuprofen.
很担心的，你如果有感染了，我们药跟不上，那也没办法给药。现在我们叫我们乡镇卫生院，有些药都没有。现在住院的病人是用药都很困难的。
She says most clinics in the area don't have enough supplies, and the shortages have caused prices to rise. Earlier this week, she had to borrow a portable oxygen machine to help an 80-year-old man who came in with breathing difficulties.
我们家这个是药吃还是我借的，借别人的，借别人的我就借了，我们跟前几个人家他原来有老人了，老人过世了，他没用，我就借回来了。
There was a funeral on the day we visited. We could hear it before we saw it because of the frequent eruption of fireworks. It is a Chinese custom to honour the dead and banish evil spirits. The wake was taking place next to a busy market, stocked with goods for celebrating the upcoming holiday. Infections quickly engulfed this community, and in one neighbourhood, 13 elderly people died in less than a month. The village is still recovering from that loss as they prepare for Chinese New Year. But it is medicines, not fireworks, they will need to ward off another wave of the virus. On a hillside above the village, there is evidence of the toll already taken. Brightly coloured fake flowers mark out several graves on the barren land. It has been a busy period for the funeral industry.
自从这个给反正这11月份、12月份反正这个资货呀挺亏的，花钱是挺亏的。
It is travel on this scale that raises the concern. With no COVID checks in place, the world's largest human migration has returned to almost pre-pandemic levels. 2 billion passenger trips are expected to be made during the holiday period, which runs to the start of February. Almost 500,000 journeys have been made in the last 10 days. A majority will have already had the virus, but there will be some in this mass of people who are still infectious and travelling across the country for what can be large family gatherings.
农村的地区呢，相对我们的城市呢，它的情况更加复杂。那因此，我们需要通过多渠道、多部门共同努力来进行农村疫情的防控。
Dr. Liu has gone from treating routine illnesses in her community to providing life-saving care. She is hoping the predictions are wrong and the worst is over, not yet to come. Debbie Edward, ITV News, Gansu Province.